Master 1 slash... actually, I would say it's probably GM, because it is from Vivid. It's going to be Vivid here up against another guy, and Vivid is awesome. Vivid is the first champion of Pigsty Cup. Yeah, he's a baller, so let's introduce him up first. Cool guy, lives here in Sydney. Vincent, my man, thank you very much for submitting this replay. It is CXMP Vivid. So he hangs in the middle to like I guess like mid GM, bottom half of GM. I don't know. You know, your ranks move up and down a lot. So I'm not sure exactly where he is on the ladder at the moment, but this is going to be a much higher level game. I imagine Vivid's not going to drop spray paint and then instantly win. We're going to see how this one goes. Vivid though, very creative player, loves ling drops, loves swarm host, does all sorts of crazy weird shit. And his opponent down here in the bottom right hand side, named after the color that he is red. What happens when you spawn as blue? Seriously, man. Wait, if I go into his camera, does he show as blue? Well, actually, he shows as pink. But that's because that's my settings, right? Fucking lies, man. Lies! That's not red, that's pink! Anyway, cool. So red here, going for a pretty standard wall off. Gonna come in there, do a little bit of harassment, sees a hatch gas pool. And yeah, Vivid's just gonna be macroing on up for the moment. Nexus does go down at home for red, and this is a pretty sick map for Swarm Host as well. You can get down here, throw Locusts into their natural, snipe both the probes and the Nexus real fast. Once there's a fourth base, you can hit it from down there. You can throw Locusts into the third. Yeah, there's a lot of angles, and definitely something. I played against Vivid quite a few PvZs, and we have some pretty epic games. His strength is like he's so good with all these crazy early game and mid game maneuvers. I'd say his weakness is he doesn't really tech past lair tech. So there's always a point where like the Roachling kind of infester Swarmos does like it runs out of steam if you get enough like Colossi and Storm and stuff like that up. But getting there is the hard part, and Red's gonna have his work cut out for him. So that should be fun. Eric Master says, if I do the paint strategy, will I gain or lose MMR? You'll definitely gain it, man. Think about how much your opponent freaks out. If you're there, like how often does this happen? No one uses the spray paint nearly enough. And for anyone who's watching who's never used it, it's literally an ability on your worker. You see this little spray can down here in the bottom right? You just fucking click it. I think the default hotkey is Y. It's a really cool little ability. But think about it. No one does this. You go into your opponent's base. You just fucking spray paint the ground with your worker. They're going to freak out, man. They're going to lose their shit. Oh, why is he spray painting? I don't know. I personally, I would immediately be worried about my opponent like BMing me and like laughing at me. I'm like, this douchebag spraying paint in my base. Like, fuck this guy, man. So just saying, you get afraid. Puts the fear in you if you start spray painting everywhere, man. Why do you think gangs are always spray painting shit? There's a reason. There's a reason. It's because it scares people, man. It scares them. So red here throws a shuriken, aka spiked frisbee, wounds that stingray. Fortunately, this adept was not related to Steve Irwin, so the stingray didn't turn around and just fucking stab it in the face with a giant spike on its tail. That would actually be really cool, is if you could get special drones that just have giant spikes on their tails. Next DLC mission pack, it's going to be the Abatha mission pack or something, and you just get to use like ridiculous units like that. The anti-Steve Irwin drone, that would be so sick. I would pay like $20 for that unit. Even if it only does like 5 damage, the same as a normal drone attack, it just gets like an extra 2 range. I would be drone rushing people for days. It would be sick. Glaives. Oh, Glaives is almost done. Oh shit. Oh, that's bad for Vivid, man. Vivid's Roach Warren just started. Oh, if he just like warps into Adepts and goes, I think then like there's a timing here. Oh, he's warping in the Adepts. Glaives is almost done. Oh god, I think he might get across that map before Roaches are out. So yeah, okay, it's just gonna be 6 Adepts. It's not gonna be like non-stop committal. I mean, there's no Robo, there's no Warp Prism. But that Roach Warren still isn't done, and when the Roach Warren finishes, he still needs another like 20-30 seconds to build the Roaches and get them out. He's having to build Zerglings right now. Oh, Zergling's a lot better against Adepts now that they lost 10 hit points, but still not ideal, man. You still got to get the surface area, get the surround, and when they're shading all over the place, that shit is hard. Vivid still doesn't have a lair. It's only up a couple of workers as well. So Red doing a good job so far. Is he going to cancel? Oh, he's not going to cancel. Oh, God. Not a good shade. Not a good shade. Oh, God. There's actually not that much damage output, though, so he is killing most of the Zerglings, and he's focusing a decent number of drones. This pair of Adepts up here are making this all worth it. The micro on those guys is just like, yeah, get fucked on drones. And he shades into the main as well. Oh, God. Those two drones are heroes, man. Gets up to 9 worker kills. Makes it worthwhile. Behind this, we got sentries and Adepts warping in. We got a Warp Prism on the way. Third base is finished. Red is up away 8 workers. Red is looking good. Red is looking fine. More gateways going down as well as that +1 attack. So looking really good. Wondering if there's going to be like a big Adept attack follow-up. For now, Vivid doesn't even have that lair finished. Just trying to re-drone, recover that economy as best he can. And Vivid's in a spot of bother right now. Of course, we haven't really seen any spray paint yet, so I'm pretty sure we're waiting for Vivid to move across the map. Actually, Vivid's got a cool little icon. It's like a little exit button. That's like, you put that in someone's base and you're like, click X. Fucking Alt F4, you piece of shit. Get out of my game. We'll see if he comes and starts BMing with some decals on the ground in a new little bit. Couple people in chat saying they got traumatized by Adepts on Ladder today. Not sure if they can watch any more of this. Well, guess what? Here comes the one where they can blink 7 range into a Warp Prism. Yeah! Guys, of course, we are about to see this come in. It's going to do some damage. But I do want to say, next week's topic, in case you just tuned in, WARCRAFT challenge. Try to win with as few units as possible. So you got to tech up fast, get out some of those hero units, micro the shit out of them, and show us what you're made of. So don't forget to send in replays. You got a full week to send in those to get your replays cast on next week's iCast. Your freaking awesome replays. For now, if you are watching this live, type exclamation mark raffle in chat. If you see people doing that, you're wondering why I am giving away, using the Moobot raffle function today, not the Nightbot one, I am giving away a Phoenix Co-op Commander code. So get on that shit. Go get yourself a Phoenix Co-op Commander code. Heard a lot of good things about him. Haven't had a chance to play him myself, but basically everyone's just been saying how he's one of the most fleshed out commanders for just being released, and there's a lot of different ways you can play him, which is really fun. These Adepts. Oh, okay, does only take 1 Corrosive Bile. Saves just one of the Adept, but up to 12 kills so far. Oh my god. Vivid with the predictive bile there. Almost takes out the Warp Prism. Almost. And Vivid here getting +1 upgrade now. Is up to 3 base saturation. Doesn't have a 4th yet or anything like that. Doesn't have an infestation pit. So Vivid's still definitely kind of up against the wall a little bit. And facing a huge sentry army. But having so many Ravagers is actually ideal against such a big sentry army. And it's Sentry Adept Immortal. Oh, wow. All you want is Mass Roach Ravager versus this. Just like so many Ravagers. You want the Corrosive Bile to blot out the sun, man. Oh god, yeah, the force field's going to do nothing. The thing is, these are very expensive units and they're a little bit fragile, the Ravagers, and they're very fat. So even though, oh, he's got the drone there. He's got the drone. Oh, he's got the little, oh yeah. All right, yeah, there we go. He's thrown down a couple of tags on the ground there and he's like, bring it on, motherfracker. Choking on my own cough, apparently. Another tag goes down, the triple tag there. Excuse me. Vivid saying, I am going to fuck your shit up, boy. He's going to try and go out there. Force fields are looking dangerous, throwing that choke point. Nice, force field. A couple of these Ravagers going down, but there's fire raining down everywhere. Vivid is just spamming down all that shit, but oh man, Red's micro is really good right now. We've got Corrosive Bile landing all over the place. Vivid's up against the wall though, and he's lost a lot of Ravagers. This is really scary in this position. Whoever attacks into the other is kind of disadvantaged because of those force fields and the Corrosive Biles and how they work. A great blink forward from Red, and I think Red might just barely have enough to break him here. Oh, most of the sentries are down. This Immortal on the left flank is going to go down. That Immortal does fall, but there's almost no Roaches and Ravagers left, and there's too many Stalkers. I think Red's about to break him, guys. Oh, Vivid, no. Pull back, abandon the 4th. I don't know how Vivid can possibly hang on here. This is +1 Blink Stalker with an Immortal and a Sentry and a Warp Prism they're reinforcing. Up against just pure Roach Ravager. Yes, the Roaches and Ravagers have +1, but I think Red here, as long as he micros his Blink Stalk as well, is probably going to be able to break through. This Immortal trapped out front. Oh, here we go. Roaches, Ravagers, Zerglings, they're looking for an angle, but they can't quite find anything just yet. Vivid's money getting a little bit high, losing that 4th, losing some production. And, oh, yep, Red's Immortal up front and center like the fucking boss that he is. Just doesn't give a shit. Takes 6 Corrosive Biles and 12 Ravager shots to the face. Doesn't lose any hit points because Immortal Barrier is sick. And he decides, you know what, let's just go home. I've got a 4th Nexus going down. I don't really give a shit about hanging out here. You're on 3 base, no need to push into this. So Vivid, oh, he's down shit creek. He doesn't have a paddle. He's dipping his hands out of his canoe and he's shoveling shit as fast as he can. But no matter how fast you shovel shit, when you're on Roach Ravager and you're only just starting... Oh, you forgot Roach Speed? Up against a Protoss who's getting +3 charge of 4th base, has Immortals and Blinkstalkers. Man, it's kind of futile. We'll have to see. Of course, never give up hope. There's always a chance. And in this case, you know, Vivid's going to have to get his hands dirty, but he's gonna try it. Maybe some counterattacks could get the job done. His Overlord scouting through sees that it's no Stargate transition. It's still just mass gateway units for the most part. You know, it's not like Red is going up to Storm. It's not like he's going up to triple Robo Immortal Colossi. It is mostly gateway units. So there's always a chance if you take the correct engagement against this, like these units aren't that effective. +2 ranges on the way for Vivid. No melee upgrades. So the Zerglings aren't really going to do too well. Nice little adept drop from Red once again. Red just continuing to pick off so many of these units. And, oh, even going to shade into the main and get wrecked. No, cancels the... Oh, the Zerglings all turned around. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. But the Warp Prism does go down. Wasn't watching. Up to 19 kills, though. Another 7 worker kills do go down there. And Vivid's economy deep down the shitter. Trying to replace 3 of those drones. 4th base is going back up. 5th base is going back up, sorry. Already retook his 4th in the 5th location. Doesn't have a lot of creep spread either. So Vivid here looking desperate on this Ravager Zergling army. I'd love to see some Swarm Hosts, actually. Swarm Hosts would be pretty great since there's no splash damage, right? Templar Archives is now on the way down here at this 4th base. And oh my god, are we about to get a base trade? Where's the drone? Where's the drone? Yeah! Tag your territory. Tag your territory, son. Nice. I love the commitment to the challenge here, even from a Grandmaster player in the shape of Vivid. He's going to throw that tag down, gives a bit of warning to Red. Red sees the drone, turns his whole army around, and that's actually very fortuitous because now he's going to come back and he might even be able to save the Nexus. But how do you attack through this choke point? The Corrosive Biles, if he just keeps spamming Corrosive Bile down here. But he's not doing it, he's not doing it, he's a little bit slow. Oh, there we go. The Rain of Fire landing in the middle of that Protoss army. Oh my god, the Corrosive Biles are massive. The Stalkers blink forward, but more and more Corrosive Bile landing, and Vivid is making it happen. I said he was pretty much dead, but he shoveled that shit. His hands, oh, he is up to the elbow in feces right now, but he's turned it around. He's going hard. He's not going to be going home today until he loses every Ravager because, oh, fuck, Protoss units are pretty good. Hey, +3 charge. It's going to chase down the Ravagers. He got the 3rd base, so that's something, but Vivid's economy was kind of shit behind it, so the supplies are reset. Vivid's still in a pretty hard position. Maybe should have backed off a little bit there. Things are looking like they've been reset once again. And what is the transition? The transition is another 26 Ravagers. Vivid is obsessed with Ravagers. He loves Ravagers. This is one thing about Vivid, right? You play a Zerg player, you kill 10 Ravagers, you're like, that's all the Ravagers for this game. Haha. When you're playing Vivid, there's another 26 Ravagers around the corner. That's just how he rolls. That's just how he does it. And he's got +2 on him now. But positioning is going to be very important. He didn't see this attack coming. The attack's moving up here. He's starting to morph in some more Archons. Oh god, that's going to be 6 Archons, 4 Immortals. Does take out 1 Archon. Oh, good Corrosive Biles landing, but I think Vivid just needs to kite. Yeah, he can't just fight this front one. Those 4 Roaches on the right kind of run into their death. Does take out a few of these charge lots. Actually, really nicely done here by Vivid. You've just got to keep engaging, use your Corrosive Bile, fall back. Use your Corrosive Bile, fall back, and just whittle away that Protoss army. And it looks like Vivid now, he's expanding down here. He's done a good job there. But Red only just now retaking his 3rd base. So he's effectively really only on like, what, 1.5 bases of mining? The main base is mined down at this point. So Red's supply is lagging behind a little bit, but making such high quality units with this Mass Archon. And I just don't see Ravagers and Zerglings beating Mass Archon outside of like some sick micro. Vivid though, once again, going to get aggressive and armies passing each other in the night sky. Is there a drone over here? If Vivid's forgotten to bring a drone, I really don't blame him. He's fucking way behind, man. Like, well, not way behind anymore, but... Oh, he's got a drone in there. He still does. He's still got the commitment to the challenge, man. So he's still got that drone in there. It's got a spray tag on it. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere in here, guys. Just trust me on that one. There is a drone in that army. And it looks like, okay, Red is going to be going for that big counterattack. And so is Vivid. Oh, he can stop Storm. If he stops Storm, that's going to be sick. Vivid, he's like trying to spray tag the ground, but his drone can't actually get out of the midst of the units. So he's just kind of doing what he can. Drones being pulled out of that base. The High Templar Archives will be going down right now. And, oh, man, both players going to be going full base trade. Is there a Mothership Core up here? No, there is not. And, oh, can Vivid break the ramp? Nice force fields. And he's actually spamming Corrosive Bile, trying to take out the rocks right now. Did damage that Immortal as well. He's building Roaches and Spines at home. This Immortal is a hero. It's got 7 kills. It finally goes down, and Vivid is going to spill on into those bases. Back at home, he's got Roaches pouring out, but they are kind of just rallying into their death for now. Vivid's unit still choked up at this ramp, but the third base has lost everything to a couple of Zerglings. Very little economy left for both players, and Vivid's actually going to turn around. He's going to say, you know what, you don't have an economy. I've got Corrosive Bile, and if you attack into my Corrosive Bile, you're kind of screwed. So he just needs to make sure he doesn't get cornered. He's got left Zerglings in the main base. He's dropped a bit of spray paint. He said, this is my base, bitch. And, yeah, he's going to do pretty well with it. Corrosive Bile all over the place. Oh, Vivid. Vivid's being very ballsy out here. Not on creep right now. Needs to get back to that creep. On creep, he can kite this army for days. But right now, he's going to have to just try and fall back. He's got a few spines here at that base down there to the south. Needs to... Ooh, just focusing down those charge lots. Great Corrosive Bile spam. Oh, look at that. That's just sexy, isn't it? Zergling still tearing up the base. Red here is on a timer. Red has got a few probes out, but doesn't have any money. That's the last Nexus in the main and natural that's going to be going down soon. Oh, big Corrosive Biles. Vivid. Just fucking shitting all over this army with just spamming the Corrosive Bile. This is what I was talking about, guys. It is so hard to actually make the Ravagers stand and fight, and you just keep eating bile as that Protoss player. You just keep walking through that bile, and over again, Vivid is able to wear this army down. He's doing a fantastic job. In a pitched battle, the Ravagers just get overwhelmed. They just don't have enough hit points or damage output. They attack too slowly. But give them time to just keep spamming that Corrosive Bile over and over again. Keep trying to kite that army, and you can actually do really well. And he's still mining money this whole time. Unfortunately, he lost all his Overlords, so he is massively supply blocked. But at this point, Red is realizing, oh shit, I'm losing all of my buildings. Red's brought those probes into his army right now. Do we have a drone with the army of Vivid? He's even bringing a drone. Commitment. Even at this messy point where he's like mind's racing about how he's going to make sure he wins this game, still brings a drone up, wants to throw down some more spray paint because Vivid's a fucking badass. This is actually a top-notch game. Sick comeback here for Vivid if he can manage to tear this army down. Those Archons regenerating their shields very quickly. He's got to actually try and focus them down. The charge lot count is almost completely gone. He's done a good job of kiting those, but I think he's just going to win the base trade, right? Red's last buildings are taking damage. These +1 melee Zerglings just tearing everything up. Vivid is making mass spine crawler down here at this base as a fallback point. Warp Prism doesn't actually have any units in it. But Vivid, he can just hold this ramp forever. Oh my god, you cornered yourself. You cornered... This is the moment where Red realizes, shit, I have to walk through that, don't I? Oh no, he's gonna try and walk through it. Holy shit. Protoss units are pretty good. They somehow barrel down there, but he loses a few Archons in the process, loses an Immortal or two as well. Red, his last buildings are going down. He's on a timer. Oh, luckily he's got assimilators, which have a ridiculous amount of hit points compared to the other team's gas structures. But yeah, the Ravager's spine crawler is going to be strong. Oh, those Ravagers, they're caught up front though. They need to get behind the spines. Yeah. He's gonna, okay, there we go. That's gonna work out really well. The Ravagers here doing a splendid job. The Archons all getting low on shields. Those buildings are going down. Red, you've got to finish it now. You've got to finish it right now or you are completely screwed. Vivid still mining here with 19 workers. These Archons going to try and drop on top of these Ravagers perhaps. Red, last couple of buildings going down. We've got a gateway. We've got a pylon and 2 assimilators with a few probes guarding it, which will not beat those Zerglings. Corrosive Bile Rain trying to land on this Warp Prism. These Immortals are more desperate than a guy who constantly shares his emotions to a female streamer while donating her money 16 times a day. So Red Oh man, the dodging is sick. Actually, he's getting everything out of this that he can. Oh, come on, 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 come on. You can do it. Oh, red loses that immortal. No, 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 it's not working. It's not. He's getting off these shots kind of for free, but the immortal is so low right now. Shit's getting really bad, and the immortal goes down. The Archon's gonna come in. They know they've got to do something. He's trying to drop the Archons on the Ravagers. He's like trying to chase them down. Traps one Ravager there, goes ha ha, and gets headbutted by a bunch of very angry spine crawlers. The Archons are going to be going down. The Ravagers raining down their last fiery death upon the last few of those units. The Warp Prism going to try and drop this 0 hit point Archon on top of these Ravagers. Ravager accidentally Corrosive Biles his bro in the face. And that last pylon is actually getting killed by a drone right now. True poetic victory fashion here from Vivid. Probably was going to drop a spray paint right before it died because he's a badass and he knows how to tag his territory. GG, well played. That was actually sick. Vivid's a fucking badass, man. Vivid is a fucking badass. All right, guys, thank you very much. Remember, if you're watching live in chat, type !raffle for your chance to get a Phoenix Co-op commander code. I'll be drawing that in just a moment. And for you guys who want to send in replays and get them cast next week, the challenge is WARCRAFT. Win with as few units as possible. Cheese the shit out of your opponent and get some fancy tech units. I advise maybe Thors, maybe Lurkers, maybe Disruptors. Fuck, up to you though. There's so many awesome ways you can potentially play that challenge. Send your replays through. Information is down in the YouTube comments. It's also in Twitch chat if you type !ICYFAR. Thank you very much for watching today's show. I'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to hug a watermelon, kick a walrus, and of course, punch a garden gnome in the gonads. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.